Welcome back to Gotchu Gotchu. My name's Joseph. On my right.
Serena.
Yeah, how long has it been? Is it 2 weeks or 1
I
week?
think 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah,
Oh, you went to Maryland.
I did. Baltimore. That's why
Yeah.
I wasn't here last weekend.
How was the trip to Maryland?
Interesting. So I went to Maryland.
Thursday.
For a fight. My first boxing match. It's an 8-hour drive.
Mm.
I didn't know this. So my fight was on Friday night, and I was like, oh, we'll leave Friday morning and like get there in time. But no, and also because Michigan boxing is we got desponsored by the university, so we don't have that much money to like spend on travel, so we drive anywhere we can.
Here, why'd you guys get de-sponsored?
I don't know the whole story, but I think it was, I hear stuff about people saying there was a new administration person who like doesn't like, has a specific vendetta against boxing and like doesn't like the whole idea of like us punching each other, and we get so many concussions and it's just a bunch of like idiots hitting each other. I mean, I think there's probably more to it, but anyways, yeah, this was like 2 years ago, like super recent, because Michigan boxing started in 1987, I think. So it's just so super recently been desponsored, and so like we're kind of in the dumps. Need some funding if we can get some.
What's you guys' plan to get funding?
We have a fundraiser chair that like we partner with like nearby the restaurants and stuff in Ann Arbor. Like we just did one with Pokey Poke, and we get like 15% of anyone who mentions our name. But still, like we made like $105 from that. Like it's something, but it's not enough at all. And we might do like we used to do frat fight nights where like we would get frats to sign up for it, and then certain frat guys would volunteer, and we'd train them for a couple weeks, and then it'd all be for this final frat fight night where they fight each other and people buy tickets, and the tickets are decently expensive and all that stuff, and then like probably give some of that share to the frats and whatever. But there's, again, because it's so like violence, whatever, there's always some code or conducts that we're probably violating or have to like check on and stuff like that, and it has to be officially sanctioned and all that stuff, and we have to find the venue. It's a lot of work, so I'm trying to get the Michigan boxing Instagram to go viral so we can get brands to sponsor us.
Wait, how do professional boxers usually get money?
You don't really. I think, well, if you're really good, you can get brand sponsorships naturally, like athletes, but with fights, you get like, there are certain prizes and stuff for winning, and like people bet. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, people bet underdog and whatever, and there are points when it comes to it. And then once you get to a higher level, like a lot of money goes into it.
Wait, is it legal to do like a betting?
I don't think so. I think there's also sometimes there's conversation of like, oh, people are betting on you to knock this guy out in X, like in this number round, and so the fighter always tries their best to execute it because that's how they get the most money. But obviously, like sometimes it really like the fighter can really like calculate it correctly, but other times they're just there to fight and win.
I could see you guys making a lot of money doing the betting thing here.
What,
actually,
us
like
betting?
a ton of money. Like have I don't know, someone fight and then let people bet.
Oh, yeah, that's more on a pro level though. Like
they don't do that here?
we're collegiate boxers. There's like pro, amateur. Technically, we're amateur, but like collegiate boxing's an even lower level than amateur boxing, because we have to go to school, and getting hit all the time in the head and learning don't really coincide. You know what I mean? And trying to become like a functioning person in this society. So yeah.
Anyway, the Thursday.
Oh yeah.
And then Friday.
So we left on Thursday morning, drove for 8 hours. Then there was so much traffic coming out of Ann Arbor. We actually didn't leave Ann Arbor for like an hour before we got on the road. But anyway, so we thought that, actually I have no idea about the geography of Maryland, but found out that the fight was actually going to be in Baltimore, as opposed to some other, I don't know, city in Maryland. And Baltimore, like, I've always heard stories about Baltimore and like the people there, and like how it's like kind of dangerous, and like there are just people walking on this, like in the middle of the street.
Oh, Baltimore. I think I've heard something.
Yeah, and like I have friends that go to Johns Hopkins, and that's in Baltimore.
Gun shooting, right? A lot of like gun stuff.
Yeah, and I think knives. I think stabbings are popular there. My friend from Johns Hopkins basically just said like it's just pretty dangerous. It's just like dangerous everywhere you go, and like he always kind of had this heightened sense of like awareness when he was walking around Baltimore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on Friday we went to weigh in at
weigh in what?
Weigh in.
What is that?
So boxing is a weight sport. So like for a more casual bout like mine, I just had to be 8 pounds within the other girl I was fighting. So we were fighting at 146. I weighed in at 148. She weighed in at 141, which was kind of low. Like she was supposed to be 145, but it was still 7 pounds, so it was fine. But at nationals, for example, like there are weight classes. So for girls, it's like 152, 148, or 141, and then 132. So like last year, I fought at 151. So you have to be under. This year, I'll probably fight at 141, kind of thing. You know, you understand. So I was fighting someone. This girl was from the Navy. And
how old was she?
20, so like my age.
Okay.
But basically they walked in, and so it was me and this other girl from Michigan. We were the only two. There were only 2 female fights, and that was us, and then the 2 Navy girls that came in. And the other girl on the Michigan team, she's 130 pounds, so she was fighting the lighter girl. And the 2 Navy girls walk in, and like we profile the fuck out of them. And I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming I'm fighting the taller one, she's fighting the shorter one. And then I look at them, because they were wearing baggy clothing, and I look at them closer, and I realized that the tall one, which she was blonde, was super skinny. And I'm like, I actually don't think I'm fighting her, which is I'm glad, because I hate fighting tall people. And I realized the other girl was like bulkier and like more like my body type, and I'm like, I'm definitely fighting her. And we weigh in, and like, yeah, like sure enough. But my friend won. She won her fight.
Do I know her?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
She joined last semester. And the girl, during weigh-ins, we had to tell them our records. All of us, it was our first fight, except for the blonde girl. And the blonde girl was like, oh, my record's like 3-0 or 4-0, I think. That means that she had already won 3 or 4 fights.
Out of 4 fights.
She had, like, she didn't even know what her record was. She was like, I think I won 3 or 4 fights. And I'm like, you should know your record pretty well. So that's already like a red flag. And the other red flag was like, my friend, she had 0 fights, so she's not supposed to fight someone with that much experience as her first fight. And so after that, we go to the coaches, and we're like, listen, like this just like happened. Can I like it would be kind of dangerous, like
for her.
To fight someone that's better than her. But then my coach checked it out, and he was like, okay, it's fine. Like he checked her book, and like there was some misunderstanding. And later we found out it was because this girl had actually lost 3 fights. She didn't win 3 fights. Her record was 0-3, not 3-0. She just like didn't know what the difference was. And then after my friend beat her, her record's now 0-4. So she has lost 4 fights, which is so like
sad.
It's so sad. Yeah, she looked really sad afterwards too, because like you just keep going, and like hopefully one time you'll finally win. And it's not like she was a bad boxer either. Like she knew how to box decently.
The tall blonde.
Yeah. But anyways, my fight, my girl had 0 fights. Like, we were pretty evenly matched. We had similar height, similar body type. And what I learned, so I actually kind of knew this going in, but Navy boxers from like for decades have always had the same fighting style, and it's just like a lot of pressure and a lot of like straight punches and like nonstop. And that's exactly what my girl did.
Your goal. Okay.
Yeah, and she just like, first of all, it's like I don't remember anything that happened in there. I blacked out. Like, and I didn't like pass out. I told my friends I blacked out, and they're like, "You got like knocked out?" I'm like, "No, I just don't remember anything after stepping in there." It's like a crazy thing. Like, the spotlights are in the ring.
Oh, it's a spotlight, like dark spotlight.
Super bright. Well, it wasn't super dark, but like the inside was really bright.
Oh.
And it's just you and this other girl. And like during when we were both in the center, and you like touch gloves, and the ref is like, protect yourself at all costs, whatever, or like at all times, and like you're supposed to stare at them the entire time, like don't break eye contact. And it's so funny because this girl had really puffy cheeks, and I was like staring at her, and I'm like, I just was like, "You're so funny looking." I could not take it seriously. And like I think it's like an intimidation factor or whatever, but like I'm like, listen, this is both of our first fights. Like, let's just be real here. But anyways, yeah, she didn't stop hitting me the entire time. I watched the video back, and like the first round I was doing really good at like dodging her punches and all that stuff, and like doing like keeping my technique up. But at one point in the first round, I don't remember this happening, but I grabbed the back of her neck and I just started like uppercutting her, which is very illegal. It's so illegal. You can't hold their necks at all. And I got stopped after that, but I don't remember it. That's the scary part, is that I just instinctually was like, yes, I'm going to hold her under my arm and start punching her. But then the rounds after that, she just like, she didn't move her head. She didn't go for my body once. She just did the same 2 punches over and over again. And like sometimes it worked, and they weren't super hard either, but the volume was super heavy. And that's points. Like an amateur fight, you win by points usually, because it's a bit harder to knock. It's hard to knock someone out, or you like technical knockout. But yeah, third round, I was just like, fuck all technique. I just like did exactly what she did, and it was just like us punching each other like for 2 minutes straight. And afterwards, the doctor came up to us, and he was like, I'd never seen so many punches get thrown in the third round. Like, you guys have some crazy cardio. And I'm like, bro, I was dying in that third round. Like I was like tapping her. But anyways, she won by points. I think I threw more power shots, but it doesn't matter because I didn't knock her out. So.
Wait, how many rounds do you guys usually have?
For amateur, if you have less than 10 fights, then it's 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Super short, 6 minutes. Yeah. And then once you have more than 10 fights, you enter the like open section, whatever, like. There's like beginner, novice, open, and so everyone in open has 3 rounds, 3 minutes. So it's still not terrible.
What do you have a video?
Yeah, sure I had the whole thing's recorded. I haven't watched it back since the day of the fight though. But the craziest part was definitely when I grabbed her neck, and then. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that.
Picture.
Picture of what?
Of you fighting. I want to see the vibe.
I have the clip of me just doing that one illegal thing.
I don't know. Kind of scan the whole room, you know?
Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. Which one's you?
The pink one.
Oh, the pink one. Oh, okay.
Okay, so here, it's just 4 seconds, but let me analyze this. So this is me, left hand, I grab the back of her neck. Do you see that?
Oh.
And then my other arm is just like pounding her chin. I actually did a
It's
little.
only for like a second.
I actually did a ladder thing. Well, super quick. I did 3 punches, so it was like I grabbed her neck and I was like uppercut, and then like 45 degrees, and then a hook. And but by the hook, my hand was already off her neck, so it was like super casual, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a
One
little
time,
bit. Yeah, because then she kept pawing at me, and I did a little like slip under like that. But what she did was she would take her left hand and like block my vision a lot. Like in boxing, what you can do is like hold your jab out for a second. But like if you do it for too long, then the ref will call you.
Oh, it's illegal?
Yeah, because it's blocking your vision. Like you can't expect someone to fight you when you have your hand over their eyes. But she kept like, she did it just long enough where like the ref wouldn't call her for it. And sometimes I try to slip under and stuff, and she would follow me with her glove, and so it'd be impossible to like get inside and like do what I usually do. So it was, I don't know. It was just like
good strategy though.
Really, I mean, it works. Like that's how the Navy has always fought. Good first fight, good learning experience.
Wait, why don't you guys fight with like other college students, not like Navy? Because Navy people work out regularly?
The Naval Academy is a college.
Oh, it's a college? Yeah,
I think they're just like there are a lot of like out of all the colleges in America, like Michigan's a big college, big boxing club sport, Navy, Army, which is unfortunate because they work out all the time. So like their cardio is insane.
They're working out every day, but college students, they're not working out.
Yeah, but they're still college students. But then there's like University of Washington has a decent club. And some just other obscure clubs. But like a lot of colleges don't have big boxing clubs. So it's hard to find like good collegiate fights.
Where which one has like the most established boxing club here?
Michigan.
Oh, this is the biggest one?
Michigan's like historically had the best and most established boxing club, but ever since in the past few years we got desponsored and COVID happened, and so we kind of like fell off a bit, but we're like, feels like the coaches say we're in like a rebuilding stage, and we don't have official coaches because we don't have the money to pay them, so all of our coaches are volunteers.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because like they care about the club so much that they are going to keep coming back. So yeah, when you guys had the money, what did you guys do with that money? Well,
like the medical stuff, if someone get hurt.
Well, no, I think so. First of all, we had an actual, like right now, all of our practices are off campus. We have to drive like 10 minutes off campus, but we used to have the Coliseum. You know, the Coliseum's like right over there. You drive by it, like across the street, like walk down a bit. It's just this big space where we had a bunch of punching bags and we had 2 rings, and they had practice every single day of the week because they could. And then after that space was taken from us, we can only practice Mondays, and we can only spar Mondays and Fridays now, and then we have a Sunday practice. So now that's already a lot, like that's a lot of crucial time that's taken away from us. And we have very little space now, so we can't even take that many people. Like when we have tryouts, 200 people try out, we can only take 40 of them at most. But the money goes to merch, facilities, travel. Huge thing is like they could like afford to like buy plane tickets to a lot more places.
Which means more fight.
Yeah, more fights. I'm not sure. I'm sure the coaches got paid. I don't know, actually. But at one point, we had a decent amount of money. And we're kind of like, this year, I think this is the year where, like, we're getting to the end of it. Like, I can, like, as someone who's on board, like, I can feel it. Help us get sponsorships.
How do you guys get it? Like, what do other clubs do usually? I wasn't in any of the clubs, so I don't know.
Well, usually clubs don't need sponsorships because they don't get desponsored by their university. But I think it's actually not uncommon for other boxing clubs at other colleges to become desponsored. because similar situations of like administration doesn't like that image being associated with the school. But like people in boxing aren't necessarily out there trying to get viral on social media, so they probably don't get that many sponsorships from brands. We have like some small boxing brands reaching out to us and sending us like jump ropes and stuff, but it's like not that very little, you know.
But I still don't understand why school de-sponsored you guys
when I don't know.
Been going on for 40 years.
It's like this new guy came in.
Oh, who's name drop?
I don't know. Name drop would go crazy. Yeah, and then everyone goes and finds their information and then like bullies them out of administration.
Wait, is it the head of like the president of the school or something?
No, not the president.
Like
the president is way too high up to care about our boxing club. It's probably administration of club sports or something. It has to be. Yeah.
Wow. So, do you think it's gonna abandoned by like everyone in the future?
Boxing?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I think it's gonna be a while before Michigan boxing ever disappears. I don't think it will. I think despite everything, like we still have a ton of interest. Like a lot of people want to join the team, and we can't take them. Yeah. Like a lot of people show up for tryouts and stuff. Like too many, actually.
Wait, how many people are in the boxing team right now, or the club?
Like 45. Well, actually, on the A team, like 30 consistent members. B team, same. And then, yeah, like I said, like at tryouts, like 200 people, over 200 people showed up.
Well, when's the tryout?
When?
Yeah.
Beginning of every semester.
Who's the judge? Are you the judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I only really care about the girls, so I didn't really pay attention to any of the guys. But I go up, I run like me and the board and some other members. We go and like run stations, and then while you're running the stations, you just watch them, and if someone's good, then you write their name down. So I just had a list of names, and then we have like a Excel sheet, and like you vote for people, like increase tallies and stuff. But yeah, all the girls that I wrote down, they all made the team. So
wow,
I have a pretty big say as one of like very few girls on the team, and because I'm also on board.
Wait, how many girls are in boxing right now?
A team, there are 4 consistent people.
Okay.
So 3 plus me, and then.
Well, that's very little.
B team, like I think like 5. At one point, there were only like 2 or 3, so it's better, I guess.
So right now, your record is 0-1.
Yeah, it's okay. 1-1 soon.
When's the next fight?
Actually, a lot of members on the team are going back to Maryland at the end of this month, because there are more fights, but in a different town. And then we have Chicago fights in November, but I don't think I got matched up for that. Like, that's the thing, is like I was surprised I got matched up for this, because it's hard to find a girl in my weight class that is also like has a similar record to me to fight.
So if you want to get more fight, what do you have to do with your body then?
Well, like a lot of girls are small in boxing. Like lighter, for sure. But hopefully I'll get another fight. I think nationals this year might be in Texas, like Houston, which would be super fun. We'd have to fly there, and I don't know if we have the money to do that. But honestly, my next fight might not be until December, maybe even later. But dude, my head hurt real bad the next day. Actually, so I fought on Friday. It hurt the worst on Sunday. I would look at a screen and like
dizziness.
I couldn't think straight. I was nauseous. Yeah, I had like my gag reflex was like, I would look at a screen and like want to throw up. So definitely mild concussion symptoms, but I'm fine now. So hopefully it's chill.
Because I know that people who play boxing, their ear kind of...
You don't play boxing.
Oh, what do you do?
You just
box.
Fight?
You box? You say box?
It's not a game.
When people box, their ears kind of deform or like they change.
But that's
How's
like extreme. Well, one, we wear headgear. Two, that happens a lot more to people who grapple, like on the ground, or wrestlers, because like your ear is like being pressed on the ground and like shit pops and stuff. So that's not really a problem for us at this level. But yeah, it gets disgusting. It's it's called cauliflower ear.
It gets puffy.
Yeah, and
it
like
goes inside out.
Yeah.
Do you have that?
No. I got normal ears.
Do any of you guys have that?
Mm-mm. The people I trained in Italy, actually, some of them were starting to get it. Yeah, even the person who started MMA 2 years ago, he had already started to get it. So, yeah, it hurt. Apparently, it hurt really bad too. Like the second it, like the incident that kind of started it.
How's your body overall, though? It's good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, even though mild concussion happened, your body's fine?
I think so.
Wow.
She didn't hit me too hard. She just hit me with a lot of punches. So, it isn't too bad.
So that was a boxing.
So that was boxing.
Yeah, you have to. We haven't touched on your Squishmallows.
They can't even see the Squishmallows.
You can bring one up.
They never will. Which one?
The most. Let me get it. The most recent one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, you didn't even take off the tag.
I know it's not time yet.
What do you mean it's time?
Like they have to, cause first of all, like they all have names, and they all have like a description of them, you know. And I haven't had a chance to read through all of them yet.
Wait,
so I don't want to.
I think that one's my favorite so far.
Really,
not
the
gonna
beaver?
lie. Yeah. But which one's your favorite?
This one's up there. I think I like the blue Bigfoot one too.
Oh, that one.
Cause it has tie-dye hair. But anyway, so I have a lot of behind the camera. I have a few Squishmallows because they're all new additions. I got them all at once, except for this guy. I got him at a normal store because on a Saturday morning I was driving around this neighborhood because we saw a sign for a yard sale, and we ran into this lady. Like, there were just, like, hundreds of Squishmallows laid down on her driveway. All with new tags on, like, a nice sunny day. And they were all, like, went from, like, sizes like this to, like, the biggest size. And this wasn't even the yard sale we were looking for. It was just a random, like, one. And I was, like, stopped in my tracks. And I picked up all of them.
Wait, so it wasn't a garage sale? She just like left it outside.
It was still a garage sale, yeah. But she didn't have the sign out for it. But she just expected people to like see it and stop by, and it worked. But we bought all of we bought
small, like medium size.
We bought a bunch. Like, I can't even describe it. I have a picture of all of them in our backseat. $40 though for all of them, and we bought so many.
And then
And then my friend got like a few, and they were like decently big sized. All for $40. Do you know that one of these this size is $10?
I never got Squishmallows, so I don't know.
It's like this. Like, I think our value was over $200, and she sold it to us for $40.
Was she selling it to someone else, and then she couldn't sell everything?
No, she was just like, she was collecting them, and she didn't care too much about like making a ton of money. She just seemed like she just wanted to get rid of it more.
Oh.
These are all the ones we got.
Oh. Well, where's the cow?
Oh, I don't have the cow. My friend got that one. You like the cow? It's a bull.
Oh, it's a bull.
Well, because those ones are like weird misshapen ones. I like the circle ones.
Wait, so you guys were trying to find like a garage sale?
Yeah, and then we ran into this one. It's so cute. I wish I got more, but I don't have the space for it anymore.
Wait, where do you find garage sale?
In neighborhoods, people will put up signs and stuff.
So you have to just randomly just drive, and then you have to, if you see one, and then you just go in.
Yeah, park on the street.
Oh.
You never been to a garage sale?
Not here.
Like what? Here as in
Like
America?
Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor.
Yeah, because it's more in the... I was a little bit out of downtown, like 10 minutes off campus. More in the residential areas. You'll see them for sure.
How often do you see the garage sale sign?
Not that often. Like, this was a weird day. Like, a ton of people were having garage sales.
Yeah, I wanna go in one.
Yeah, because then you can really practice your bargaining powers and get stuff for like illegally cheap.
But the fact that it's new.
I know. It was like all of her stuff had tags on them.
Yeah.
It's like a dream. It was the best day ever.
Wait, so you got the Squishmallows, and then did you get anything else, or did you go into any?
Oh, we found another garage sale, but after the Squishmallows, like, it was so peak that like everything else was so mid. I was like, I don't even want anything anymore.
Wait, was it your first time going in for a garage sale, or?
I've had them. I haven't gone to one in a long time, actually. I remember when I was like little, my neighbor had one, and I went over and like, I wanted this stamp kit, and I wanted it so bad, and because there are neighbors, and I was a little girl, he was like, "You can have it for free," and I was like, and that was like, made me so happy.
Wow.
Core memory. So, who's your favorite one?
I feel like these days Squishmallows are popping off for some reason, right?
I know. My roommate also has a ton of them.
Like last year, I didn't know about Squishmallows, but this year, I don't know. On social media,
sponsor us, dude. Imagine you sponsored by Squishmallows.
It's hard.
Oh my god, it'd be so awesome.
You have to reach them out.
Yeah, make a clip of this. Make a clip, and then we'll.
I have to DM them saying, "Oh, we have a podcast."
And then we'll show them all the ones I have.
Well, that's true. Wait, do they have social media? I'm sure they have social media.
They better have social media, or else they're a bad company.
I mean, if they're active on social media, let's see, they're more likely to sponsor just random people. Squish.
And like you have a decent enough following. Oh my god.
They're kind of active. They're active. Oh, this is a bull one, right?
Yeah. Wait, but all their new ones are like, I like the simple ones, you know.
Oh, that's an attack. Okay.
I really want that mushroom one without the scarf.
Oh, this is cute.
Oh
damn.
God. It's just like a dream.
Because my ex-roommate, like a few years ago, he would go to an arcade, and you know the claw machine thing? He would get it from there.
Dude, I tried, and it worked. Like, he actually, like...
I think he got a few.
My brother and I, like, whenever we see the mushroom one, and the... Actually, there was only one time where we saw the mushroom one in one of the claw things. We were like, nah, we're not going to get it. We went back and tried and missed the first time. And then we walked away, and then we went back again because we were like, maybe we'll get it the second time. I've never gotten one before.
I think here, I don't think there is like a claw machine, like a big claw machine, like arcade.
Oh, was it?
I think you have to drive somewhere. All around. Was it something all around? I don't know.
Dave and Buster's?
I think it started with a something.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow. And then working. You started working. I want to know about it.
Oh, yeah.
I drive past by Sava. So
I work tomorrow night, too. And tomorrow's a noon game, and so I expect tomorrow to be kind of insane. Saturday nights are always busy anyways, and then plus the game. But, yeah, I'm still in training, because...
Did he get back to you?
Yeah.
About the schedule?
So I've already had 2 days of training. We have 6 days total before you can actually start like working and making tips. But so Saturday's my 3rd day, and I shadowed on Wednesday. I shadowed a server, and it was already so busy. It wasn't like it was very manageable, but like we had things to do the entire time. On a Wednesday night, that's kind of scary, cause on a Saturday,
isn't it good?
I mean, yeah, we make decent money no matter the day, but like Saturday's gonna be so insane.
More money.
True, that's true. Like anything's worth it. Yeah. And everyone's decently nice. It's a really well-run restaurant, so this food comes out really fast, and so like customers don't really complain to us. It's always pretty decent quality, or like consistent quality. So it's good. I actually really enjoy it. But the thing that's gonna be very difficult is like Salva's is like they try to emphasize their wine and liquor pairings a lot, and so as a server, not only do I have to remember the menu, that's like the bare minimum, I should know the wine menu and liquor menu very well, and I should know pairings. And that's just like a lot of stuff I don't know about right now. And like before the shift on Wednesday, they had a whole front of house meeting, and the manager just basically like is like, we're trying to promote this new special wine today, like make sure you're really emphasizing it to every customer and like talking about it with like passion and not just like word vomiting. And like it's like very complex, like, oh, it has notes of this, but it also has like smelling notes of this, and it's like, but it tastes like this, and it goes well with this. And I'm like, it all kind of sounds the same to me. It's so hard. And like afterwards, like all the servers like, okay, got it, like let's do this. And I don't know, it's just a lot of pressure and like enthusiasm.
Because I don't know anything about wine. Do you know anything about wine?
The bare minimum, but I think naturally I'll get to know more with this job. And it's just studying. Like I'll make like a Quizlet or something.
How'd you feel shadowing another server? Because I see it sometimes, and when I see them, they stand there like really awkwardly.
No, mine was like my server I really liked him. He was just an older guy that like has a corporate job in like advertising and stuff, but like he's like 50 something and like wanted a break from that, and so he's just serving for fun. And yeah, he like gave me a notebook so I could like write down orders with him, and then he would introduce me every time, so I wasn't just like there. And then he would make me plug in everything on the system so I could get used to it. So I was actually very involved. And then towards the end, once I like got the hang of it, he would just be like, can you do this for me, can you do that for me? And then like small things. And like in general though, he'd always like make sure, like he's like, oh, I'm gonna come serve this table, like you should come with me and all that stuff. So I actually really enjoyed it. And so I'm pretty excited to actually start serving myself too.
So when's your shift? Do you have a regular shift or does it change every week?
Yeah, the shifts kind of change every week, but right now Wednesdays and Saturday nights, and I have the same for next week too.
When I was driving here, I saw like the stadium, and I was just wondering, how loud does it get like during the game?
Oh yeah, it's pretty loud. Like you usually can step outside and hear like people cheering and stuff.
Like the music, like
yeah,
the band.
I usually try to get out of here during game days. Yeah, I don't really enjoy it because I don't go to the games. So I had to, like, being in this atmosphere, you can just sense the, like, you can hear Mr. Brightside everywhere you go. It sucks. And because, like, with my AC, there are, like, cracks in it, you can hear outside really well. Yeah.
Music.
And you can see people straight up sitting on our driveway. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
During the game days, do people actually just like walk in like a whole group?
Yeah. You've never seen it?
I never went to the game, not gonna lie.
You never
It's a
even
record.
been around the atmosphere? At
No.
all?
I mean, it probably walked by.
Yeah, it's people walk in groups, and it's like group after group. One time, some of my roommates and I, we were like, we want to go to Meyer, and it was right at the end of a night game, but we were like, yes, it's a great time to go and try to drive to Meyer right now. It took us 45 minutes to get there. Meyer is a 10-minute drive from my house, because one, so many people who don't care, have no regard for traffic, and a lot of roads were blocked off, like police like blocking off roads. I tried to like cut through some like tailgate sites. Like straight up like grass. I was on grass. And I realized like I had to turn around because like there was no exit. I cut through a lot of neighborhoods and it still took us 45 minutes. And it was like 7 minutes off campus. This one road was super clogged because everyone was trying to leave at the same time. It was probably one of the smallest amount of critical thinking I've done in a long time.
So let's say if the game starts at 3. What time should I avoid like being around the stadium? Because I don't know exactly.
The beginning and the end. So 3 and then probably like 5. Because a lot of anywhere from 5 to 7 p.m. people will be consistently leaving.
Wait, the game is at 5?
If the game's at 3.
Your game's at 3.
You don't want to be around from like 2:30 to 3 for sure.
Okay, so 30 minutes before, and then what about during the game?
2 hours after. Like people starting to leave. Some people leave quarter, but by halftime, a lot of people will start leaving, and then from halftime to the end, it's just like a consistent stream of people leaving, I would say. And then the end is like 7 p.m. then if the game starts at 3. That's also the worst. That's probably the worst time to like try to drive, because like all the families and parents,
they're gonna go out to eat too.
Yeah, and like they're packing up their tailgates and like trying to go to dinner with the family. Yeah.
Is it happening tomorrow?
Yep.
Here?
Noon game. Yeah.
So
I always have to check the schedule now, so I plan my day around it.
So 11:30 you avoid, and then how long is the football game usually?
Well, the whole football game lasts like 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
So 12 to 4 you kind of avoid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so tomorrow basically I like to take advantage of the game, and I go to like I'm gonna go downtown during the game tomorrow so that I could like enjoy the peace. And like not being like on a Saturday like at noon, places that should be really busy like food places are gonna be empty, and so that's when I like go get lunch. Or during night games it's nice to get dinner because like there are gonna be no waits anywhere. Smart.
Okay. Well, who are you playing against tomorrow?
I don't know. I know Michigan State's next weekend, but that's away game, so that's fine.
So 13th, 14th. Gotcha. Wait, what time did we start?
Start what?
The podcast.
Oh shit. Decently.
Oh, what are your plans today? No, tonight.
I said decently. Well, I have to drop my roommate off at the airport. And
fall break.
Yeah. So I gotta leave soon, actually, or half an hour. But I have practice, and then like my friend's having a birthday party tonight. But I just need to like chill. So I think my roommates and I are gonna have a little cocktail night, maybe sip a little cocktail, and then watch the Barbie movie.
Oh, wait, well, which roommate?
The 2 guys downstairs.
Oh, whose birthday is it?
So my friends from freshman year.
Oh.
Yeah, and like Kaylin and I both got invited, and Kaylin's home right now, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go without her.
Wait, do you guys still hang out all the time?
Well, like we hang out when we can, and also she works at Sava's. too. That's why I applied. So that's kind of hopefully sometimes we'll like have the same shift or something. So yeah.
Are you gonna go home for fall break? Everyone's going home. I was driving here, and then
I know
a lot of people were getting on like the Airbus.
I forget people go home for fall break, cause I was home yesterday. Like I just like go home whenever now. Cause I like
Wednesday. Okay.
Cause I like need to do some work with my mom and stuff. So there's usually a reason, but like I don't need to go home for a break. I might go home for a day, but like I can go home whenever, so it's not a huge deal.
So it's 45 minutes?
Like 20.
Oh, 20.
25, yeah. It's like right there.
Oh. What about your friends? Are they going somewhere?
So my friends are going to Miami, the ones I'm dropping off.
Oh.
And then the 2 guys are staying here tonight, and then actually they're all staying. My other roommate, her family is coming. But everyone else is staying. What are you doing tonight? I know you're not going home.
I'm going home. My daily routine is literally the same. Every time someone asks me, I'm like, I get up, I make myself lunch, go edit, and then record a podcast.
It's not breakfast. It's never breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast. It's always lunch, edit, dinner time. I eat, edit, violin, go back home, get up. It's literally the same thing.
Damn. That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Literally, that's it. I don't really do anything else. But I love recording the podcast. Even though I'm not doing the interesting stuff, if you're doing some interesting, the boxing, fighting someone.
Yeah,
I
you're
enjoy
literally capitalizing on my life right now.
I enjoy listening.
That's good.
Because
That's your variety.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I also was
like vicariously
with you. Yeah, I was with you to the trip. Like, yes.
Imagine I'm like, listen, my friend has to come with me everywhere I go. So there needs to be an extra seat.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Who else? You record other podcasts with people, right?
I have one other person.
Like weekly?
I do daily.
Who? How?
Over the summer, I met this girl and she's like, "Oh, I don't do anything. I don't do shit."
She goes to college though?
Yeah, she's public health major.
Man, I gotta meet this girl. What do you mean she has time to do daily podcasts?
So I was like, "Oh, you don't have anything." She actually doesn't really do anything.
So what do you guys talk about?
I don't know, just random.
That's wild. I need to watch this podcast.
So I wasn't expecting me to do like a daily podcast, or we expected her to do daily. But listening to her routine, it's like, oh, you actually don't do anything. You go on TikTok for 3 hours.
So she films the podcast every day and still has time for TikTok for 3 hours?
It's crazy.
That's so crazy. We should do a crossover episode.
Crossover?
Yeah.
Like how?
Me and her talk and then you just like
together
observe.
We could do that.
Or just all 3 of us. But you only have 2 microphones, right?
Nah, I have 3. Okay. Oh, it's gonna get so awkward. Oh.
Dude, I'm down. Yeah, because I feel like it's 2 very different.
Yeah, it's a different world. It's like you're like a boxer. She's like a more laid back. Oh, I don't know.
Well, like I just like have a lot of things on my plate, and apparently I didn't know people like that existed.
Me too. I've never seen someone like that.
Is she interesting though? Like she has good talks?
I don't know. I don't really.
What do you mean? You talk to her every day.
I think she's fine. I think she's good.
Okay. I'll watch her videos for sure.
Okay.
Whose videos does it do better, mine or hers? Hers are also 1 hour long.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the commitment by her is crazy. So I'm really thankful.
Yeah.
But I think it's about the same. But one of them got 1K.
Really?
By her.
What was it about?
Meeting a pedophile.
Okay, naturally. Yeah, I guess.
But I think it's growing little by little. Overall.
That's good.
So we're getting there.
Do you still? You don't do like you haven't been cutting out like clips a lot from.
No, I don't have time.
Really, even with all that editing, you should ask her to do it.
Because
Tell her time.
if I think about the amount of time that I spend doing the daily podcast,
Yeah.
it's a lot of time. Like driving to her place and then picking her up, setting up the thing.
Oh yeah.
driving
Do
her
you
back.
guys do it somewhere else? Where?
Public health.
Oh,
Or
damn.
sometimes in Union.
I was gonna suggest like us finding a different location today,
Mhm.
but I was too lazy. But we can do it another time.
Where? Which location are you thinking of?
I don't know.
Because I can just set it up there and wait for you or something, or I can just pick you up.
Well, like, do you know? Do you have like a suggestion?
But
Or do you like it here?
I mean, it's convenient for you, so I try to make it convenient for the other person.
Well, yeah. But what about like the vibes?
All the vibes. But these days it's a school year. It's hard to find a place to record.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I think like this is a decent setup.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like
It's a
this one
vibe.
or my other one from last year better?
I think it's about the same.
Do you have no? I realize you like have no preferences.
Yeah, just the fact that we're here and recording, that's what matters.
I know, that's true.
The consistency.
It's true.
There's just one person who really likes seeing, I don't know, you online.
Like one specific user.
Yeah, one.
I think I know who you're talking about. But pull their
Instagram.
Yeah.
This person, every time I post something, he would be like, "Yay, blah blah blah."
What do they say? It's not like creepy though. It's just kind of like.
Oh, it's this dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, that's the guy who I was talking
That's the guy.
about. Like, who even is it?
I don't know.
Because he found my personal Instagram too. Well, I guess you started tagging me, but even before then, he found my like actual Instagram.
Wait, let me find the part where I posted your thing or something. Let's see. Oh, look at every story. He always like says something.
Gang. See, but like it's not like creepy though. It's just kind of like
not creepy.
it's just consistent.
Wait, his handle is Tamu Noni Mi.
Dude, you're gonna name drop like that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, you didn't even pronounce it, so.
Yeah, I don't know. But we have a fan base. We have one very loyal.
Dude, he's been there since I've noticed him since the beginning.
Actually.
Yeah.
Wait, how'd you find out about him?
Followed me on Instagram, kept liking
Commenting?
my stories.
Oh, he liked your story?
Yeah, and he'll slide up too.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, like where did this guy come from? And I connected it to the podcast.
Oh.
And whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. Hopefully.
But it's growing though. It's growing. I could see like the retention.
Yeah, but what if he like finds me?
I think that's fine. I think.
Yeah, but like,
Or
so,
you scared?
people know where I work.
Yeah. So I don't think if you noticed, I don't post anything like exactly where I live, my family stuff.
I know,
don't
but
post
like
any
people
of it.
know I work at.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah. So personally, I don't like post exactly where I
Is it
live.
too late to undo it?
I think it's fine. You're not gonna work there forever.
I mean, it's true, but like
No.
I'll work there for a while.
I think it's fine. We're not like at the point where people would stalk us.
I know, but
So.
even like just even one person though.
One person.
Yeah,
No, I think it's good.
you think so?
One loyal fan base.
You trust that?
Of course, I trust the people.
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of like, because then it's like, oh, they're gonna, because then what if like I have like a schedule? You know, they know my schedule.
Oh, don't tell people your schedule.
Well,
then.
like I told them I'm working like these days, this week and next week.
Oh, next week. By the time it's gonna be up like next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
I guess I work like different every week.
So next time, don't like actually specifically say your work schedule. You should be fine.
Lessons will be learned. If I get murdered. Oopsie.
not if you think about all the people on social media, it's like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But thank you guys for watching / listening.
I posted a video yesterday.
Oh really?
I posted 2.
Well, let me see. After this, let me see.
Okay.
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.